Hello, my friends. I hope there's enough lighting in here because there's nothing I can do about it. It's just a very bright room. Ooh, we're back. Okay, so we will be doing coffee talk. Right now, Tony's kind of busy, so I'm going to go ahead and answer some questions that I got. And especially because a lot of newbies are around. And there's a lot of questions. Alicia, I totally understand that you're hungry. I totally get it. You're not imagining it. It is really happening. You know, some people want to, say it's just in your head. I can understand that it is so there. Because you're on shakes and it's just going through, you are feeling that hunger sensation. But once you get your protein in, once those days come, and they will be here sooner than you think, and I'm trying to get close to get some light in here. I'm sorry, guys. That's all I can do. I'm having coffee. Anyway, so once you start to eat your protein, your saliva will mix in with the chicken and the fish, and you'll only be able to get maybe 2 or 3 bites in. And remember to chew. I mean, and eat slow. I mean, I am not a good example of that. I'm sorry. I am human and I do make mistakes, and that is my biggest mistake. It is still my biggest mistake. I regret it every time. I know what I'm doing. It's not like you don't know what you're doing. But the conversation is good. You're taking a bite, and by the time you think about it, you've already swallowed, and you're like, what did I just do to myself? So make sure you're chewing. Even when you're having conversation, put the fork down between bites. Chew at least between 15, and if you can, they say 30 chews is good. But I mean, if you're only putting a little bitty bite in your mouth, it's not 30 chews as far as I'm concerned. But that's just me talking now. This ain't Bible. This is just conversation. This is just coffee talk. Vitamins, my friends. Don't think that you're going to be good not taking your vitamins. This is not a surgery that you want to mess with. I'm talking to the newbies. I know that some of us I've always taken vitamins. I've always, that's one thing that was instilled in me at the very get-go. I did talk to my doctor, and he warned me, and he was one that said Flintstones was okay. Well, I was the one that said Flintstones is not okay for me. I right away took Centrum, and I was okay to swallow pills. Don't know why. They gave me pills in the hospital. Don't know why. Of course, back then, I had my surgery in 2004, and pills were okay, I guess. When they sent me home with pain medicine, they didn't send me home with liquid. Nope. So I had pills from the get-go. I remember in the hospital, they gave me a little thin straw because they wanted me to just take in a little bit at a time. So they gave me one of those, what are they called? Coffee straws that are very flat. So I never knew that I wasn't supposed to have a straw. I did know that no chewing gum. There was no chewing gum because they were afraid that gum gets stuck. And believe me, if that gum gets stuck, that's why you have to be very careful. Because if you do swallow that gum, they got to go in, they say. I don't know. I've never heard of anybody swallowing gum. So knock on wood. No swallowing gum, people. What else? Just know that it is going to be okay. But I know that it's hard at first, doing the liquid and then having to do liquid again afterwards. Don't try and skip and go into something you're not supposed to. The doctors know your stomach more than we do. You know, some people will say, yeah, that's okay, go ahead and do this and go ahead and do that. You really need to stop and think. You know, first of all, our pouches are all different. Not even my sister, my twin sister and I we probably, and I know probably 100%, our pouches are not the same size. You know, my doctor, you know, everyone's stomach is different. We are that unique, my friends. We are that unique. You know, I can't even explain it. There's not a guide that the doctor goes and says, well, I'm only going to make it so, you know, they have to like narrow it with their eyes. I mean, kind of like, you know, they have a size that they're thinking of and they're going to do, but everyone's stomach is different. That's all I'm saying. You know, everyone's pouches are different if we're having gastric bypass, or both Connie and I have the RNY. Someone asked me, will they have to exercise for the rest of their lives? Is that really necessary? Well, I don't know that it's necessary. I do know that if you want to continue the lifestyle, that movement is more than necessary. Movement. And that doesn't necessarily mean, for some of us, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be, you know, you don't compete with anybody anyway. We're not competing with so-and-so that is running. We're not competing with so-and-so that's in the gym doing weights. We're not competing with anyone. See, I think that's what we look at to strive to better ourselves, but we have to find what our body likes. My body likes the walking. I mean, and I don't go out there and walk 15, 30 minutes. I walk an hour, and I walk hard. I'm talking about, and I have short feet. I have short legs. So, you know, sometimes I when my husband walks with me in the afternoon, because sometimes I do it twice a day, he'll walk me in the afternoon, and I'm trying to catch up. I'm taking 4 steps just to get to his 1 step, because he's taller than I am. So it just depends. But I do 4 miles, and I love it. But does that mean you're going to love it? Not necessarily. You know, I think cleaning is exercise. I think I love Zumba, but I can't say that I was there very long, because, like I said, I didn't do Zumba for very, very long. And now I don't even know if they're doing Zumba anymore, because the guy is now in LA. Anyway, when I go back to Fresno, I'll find out. But you just got to find your niche. I do know people here on YouTube that don't exercise, that don't do the movement, and have maintained. And when they are ready to do that movement, they see a change in their body. And sometimes the change doesn't come on the scale. Sometimes the change comes in your clothes or in the inches. And a lot of times that's what we're looking for. I must admit that I enjoy still being able to wear the clothes that I wore 3 years ago, 4 years ago. I'm in menopause right now, and I know I say it a lot, guys, I'm so sorry, but you have to know that your body will change from year to year. Things will happen. Hormones will come to play. Your body will shift, because your weight will shift, so your body will shift. It just, you know, some people do stay exactly the same, and some people don't. And that's okay. If you're the one that that doesn't change, great. If you're one that your body shifts, I don't know what's in my mouth, that your body, shifts, then that's okay too. It's not a perfect science. I think that we have to so embrace where we're at, where we're going, and continue the love that you find, that you were so searching for in here, for you, not for that other person. Don't look at me and go, I strive to be like you. Don't do that. Strive to be you. Strive to embrace you. I mean, we're all shaped so differently, and we're all so unique in good ways. In good ways. It's not always about trying to be someone that you look up to, or she was successful, so I'm going to be successful. You're going to be successful just because you're you. Just because you are who you are at this moment. So, strive to be you. Don't strive to be anybody else. That's the best advice I could give a newbie. There's Tony.